us as we celebrate my drive. Before we get started, I do have a couple of other items to cover. First off, I want to make sure that we all give our best wishes to the dance team as they head off the state this weekend. Let's go, Pounds! On a more serious note, I have to read something to you all at this time. It says, to the community of Cascade and the surrounding area, students, family, friends, and strangers. The Weimar Church family would like to sincerely thank you for all you've done. We are sorry we could not be here in person today because we have a prior engagement. We'd like to thank everyone for their donations, no matter how big or small. The hugs and the prayers count too. Everything helps get us through. It keeps us going on as we rebuild our lives together. We have the support of family, the school, all of you in the community. We would never be able to thank you enough for all you've done, but here's a start. Thank you. Brian, Kim, Rianne, Diane, the Weimar Church family, you probably remember that they lost all their possessions in a house fire a few weeks ago. Honored guests, I'd like to introduce the following, please. Mr. Jeff Corkery, Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Mark Frazier, the Business Manager for the Western Big School District. Nathan Corbin, Director of Technology Systems, Supervisor of IT and Management. Nathan and his crew make the magic. Jim Roberts, Director of Instructional Technology and Student Reporting. Tina Brestrup, Director of Student Services. And our school board, Mr. Mark Newth, Board President. Mr. Mark Gilson. And Mrs. Jeannie Capola. Representing State Farm today, Rick Meyer. Rex Massey. Kelly Pargett. Ann Avery. And Nate McCart. Also here from the State Farm Creative Group Services Office, David Burke, producer today. Travis Bruns, Video Director. Glenn Beckview, Audio. And April Cottrell, Production Assistant. From our law enforcement community, those people that we owe so much. Greg Grover, Jones County Sheriff's Department. Dave Boardman, Dubuque County Sheriff's Department. Jordan Coos, Cascade Police Department. Other dignitaries here today include Mike Henry, the Mayor of Cascade. Dan McCusker, the Cascade City Manager. Fred Schuster, representative for Senator Charles Grassley. And Sally Wimmer, Cascade Chamber of Commerce. And also a big thank you to our honored guests from the press who are here today in large number. Thank you very much. to say a few words, please. Then I'll sit down and we'll get on with the presentation. During the 16 years I've been privileged to serve as your principal, I've come to know Cascade Junior Senior High School is a very special place. It's really an extraordinary place, and it's because of the caliber of the faculty and staff, the quality of the students, and the generous support of the parents, businesses, and community. I guess I've always known this. However, you people, you students, you parents, faculty and staff, and community members amaze me with the work, the dedication, the commitment that was displayed over a 10-day period last October. I was in awe of your organization, your willingness to serve, to go above and beyond for the good of the school and the benefit of the students. I will use one of the most overused words in the English language to describe you. You are awesome. Absolutely awesome. One of the things our character program emphasizes is grit, by which I mean the unwillingness to quit, the desire to find a way to succeed, and the fortitude to follow through. We saw plenty of grit last month. People just absolutely refused to quit. Win or lose today, we learned valuable lessons. Lessons about teamwork and commitment and service to others, and a willingness to give of ourselves to the greater good. We learned about safe driving too. Remember, that was a primary focus of much of what we did. We want you to take care of yourselves and each other. We all benefit by focusing on better driving habits. I want to thank Rex and Rick for joining our Cougar family this past month. That was a tremendous effort, gentlemen. And also, I want to recognize Kelly and Nate Dan from State Farm for all the work that they've done behind the scenes over the last couple of months. None of this could have happened without State Farm's commitment to making driving safer for teens. I want to thank our committee. I want to especially recognize Mr. Adam Kedley and Mrs. Emily Phillips. They rock, don't they? Most of all, I want to thank you, our students, and our faculty and staff, the parents, the grandparents, the brothers and sisters, and the community members, for once again giving us all cause to have pride in being a Cascade Cougar. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vanderloog. It's pretty evident that all the students here do know what a television camera is, so we are teaching them well. I would like to, about 2 months ago, we had an in-service day, and of course students didn't have to be there, but we were down here at Cascade for some work, and I was utterly amazed at the number of students that were in here working on Celebrate My Drive, helping people both getting information out. It was really incredible, and I think a real testament to the student body, to the community here. State Farm, as the superintendent, it's really hard to put into words what the support you've given our district over the last year and a half has just been incredible. Just a quick story, many years ago when I first started driving, on TV was a special, and we did have TV back then, and it was put on by State Farm, and it was a half-hour program where they come out, they'd ask you a question, and just like on Celebrate My Drive, when they get on the website there, and of course I was watching it with my mom and dad, and had a side bet with my dad that I'd get more answers right than he would, and one question came up. It's the only one that I missed, and it was when you come up to an intersection and you stop because there's traffic coming from the other direction, do you turn your wheels to get ready to go when the traffic dissipates? And I answered yes, and my dad answered no, and the answer would be no, because if a car comes up and bumps you and pushes you into the other lane. So I remember that, and as I went through all the questions that celebrate my drive up there, it reinforced for me some of the things to keep looking out when I drive, and I hope for everybody here too that it did, because still when we go on with the program, it's going to be neat, but some things that we take from that keep us safe and everybody here around for the next 30, 40 years to enjoy, celebrate my drive. So again, thank you to the community, from the community, thank you to State Farm, and thank you guys for all the work you did, because what you're going to see a little bit later might not be too bad. With that, I want to introduce Mark Knuth, our board president, and from Cascade, Mark's going to say a few words there. Thank you very much.
Just be simply all small Iowa town could be heard across the nation today with this, what's happening. But there's one thing that I found out that's been held true for me for a long time. Whether you serve on the board or people you work with, and definitely what you guys have all accomplished. When you surround yourself with good people, good things happen. Am I in a place with a lot of good people? Congratulations. All right, for a little intermission, we're going to have a couple commercials that we're going to show to you. Proudly brought to you by State Farm. There you go.
What are you up to?
I'm using my pocket internet here to diagram this accident. I can also look at pretty some quotes.
I thought State Farm didn't have all those apps.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
Oh, can you believe it?
Anything on the internet that isn't true.
And where did you hear that?
The internet. Oh look, here comes my date. I don't know on the internet. He's a French model.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Adam. How much does an alley discount check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
Oh, I got you. Oh, you almost had it. Gotta be quicker than that.
Don't be alarmed if Mr. Gleason isn't here next week. He will definitely be moving out to California for some careers. I think he's got a true future for that. You know, we're all in here right now to see what's going to happen in the next 10, 15 minutes. And I just wanted to give a couple of thanks to the people that are here, that are not here. So, you know, when we started this kind of idea and we heard about it, we were all wondering, what's this going to look like? What's it take? And I and some other people quickly knew it's not one person. Not one person is going to get us $100,000. One person is not going to make or break us. This truly took a team effort from everybody in this building and outside this building and outside of Iowa even. You'll be surprised in a second how many people were able to help us. You know, and that's the reason that this district is what it is. It's effort and it's support. You know, when things go bad, everybody's together all the time. Some people I'd like to thank. State Farm. they provided us with this chance to unite, to be together, to have a common goal. Rick and Rex have, been guiding us during these 10 crazy days. If they weren't around during that time, I probably would have lost even all the rest of the hair I have in my head, which isn't a lot, but it's going fast. They were there to answer questions and kind of guide us through this whole process, which was great. And we also knew when we formed this committee that the first people we had to get on board were the businesses and the people outside of this school. We knew that the students would buy in. You guys have a very strong passion. But we had to figure out, how do we inform people? How do we get this word out? And we went and contacted every business in Cascade, and every single one of them was receptive. At first, they were like, what's the catch? Are you asking for money? I got that a lot. I kind of felt like a salesman. But once they understood the concept of teaching kids about safe driving, and also the fact that they can help out a great school and community, they were in. I was telling the people before, 48 hours after this started, it was all over town. People were asking about it, people were wondering how to help, what can they do? And I knew that we were on the right track at that point. So the local businesses and community, that's where it started. I really feel like in order for us to succeed, that those people had to step up, and they stepped up right away. So I do really want to thank them. So if you're ever out at any local business and you see someone, make sure you tell them thanks for all they've done. There's a lot of people, I don't even want to try to name them all because we'd be here till about 5 o'clock and you'd never see what happens. So I'll keep it at that. The other people is social media is such a powerful tool. We kind of always emphasize the negative here about what not to do with it and what to avoid. But I quickly learned through doing this that there's so many alumni out there that want to help that aren't in the area. I think I had people from Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Oregon, Florida, South Carolina, and other places emailing me or getting on social media and spreading the word out to their friends and family. People that never even went to Cascade High School who worked at an insurance company in South Carolina were voting for Cascade. Why? Because they want to help. Okay? And those are the type of things, our strong alumni base. If you ever go on my Facebook page, I am now a proud alumni member of the classes 1980, 89, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2001, and I even graduated last year. I'm part of their alumni page. So I got on everybody's alumni pages and spread the word, but the fact is that those people were so willing to help, and they helped spread the word and help us out. We also have other strong bases. Our FFA group did an unbelievable job of spreading the word out to all the FFA members that have gone through this school and all the ones that they have contact with. Drama and athletics, where other people were stepping up that they were still in contact with and telling people over their phones or word of mouth or through email or whatever it was. The alumni played a huge part. Next is definitely the staff. And when I say staff, that's all encompassing. It's anywhere from the teachers to the cooks like Sue Napper, who's drove me nuts. She helped us out a ton and drove me crazy, but hopefully it was worth it. Anybody that worked in library specialists, they were in there helping every day. Every parent we had, everybody in administration, every secretary, everybody that walked into this school that wasn't a student was helping every day, and we need to thank them also. In order to get this plan, we had to form a committee, and the following people were on this committee, and we did a lot of stuff during that time. Whether it was the kickoff where we were teaching students about safe driving, or decorating the hallway like a highway and showing them how to yield and make a proper right turn and things like that, and not speeding through the hallway, which we still need to work on, obviously. And handing dong-dongs and Smarties out if you buckled your seatbelt, Mr. Vanderloop. But still, we had to form a committee to do this stuff. As I said, it's not one person doing all of this. This is a team doing this. And the following people were on that team that played an integral part in us, succeeding. Alicia Smith, Ryan Altier, Heather Scott, Stephanie Sauer, Corey Sauser, Rachel Priest, Angie Moderna, Emily Phillips, Chloe Bassner, Rebecca McDermott, Lacey Downey, Tony Butterworth, and of course, Mr. Van. Let's give them a round of applause. also need to make sure to thank the whole Western Dubuque community. There were 2 schools in the district that were trying to get votes. And it was a nice, fair game, and everyone was willing to help out each other and looked out for each other. So it wasn't just people in this area, it was all over Western Dubuque. You know, we're 2 schools as one, and I think this contest kind of showed that. The second to last people I have to thank is the parents. I would wake up kind of periodically throughout the night of those 10 days and check the leaderboard. In my dream, I would just say, oh God, we just dropped from 3rd to 15th. And I would panic and I wouldn't know what to do. But I always had parents every day emailing me or stopping by school. Hey, what can I do to help? What can I do? And it was almost getting to the point where that became a job. I had to almost help the parents say, here's what you can do. But that was the best problem I had. Even with this large committee I just named, we still needed parents to help and volunteers, and they stepped up huge. You know, we can never forget about the parents, even though you may disagree with them and things don't always go the way you'd like, they're the people you really need in your life, so make sure that you thank your parents. Every one of them helps. And last but not least, the reason that we are here, the reason we do this is the students. Every one of you showed grit during those 10 days. I haven't been here long, but the energy in those 10 days was higher than I've ever seen in this whole, I beat homecoming. It was crazy, the energy that you had that day, in the days leading up to this. Everybody's talking about that. When I'm about to fall asleep because I'm dead tired, you're the people with this crazy amount of energy who for some reason can't stop talking and moving and turning on loud music that I don't understand. But I love it. That's the reason that we do this stuff, is because you drive us to do this, and this is going to end up being for you no matter what the outcome is. So once again, thank you to the students. Thank you for everyone who's coming out today. Thanks to the people on the webcast, and let's hope we see some good news here in a little bit. And now we have another commercial by, oh, come on, stop. We're going to try this again. We have another commercial brought to you by, there we go.
Oh my God, look what happened to your car.
Oh, don't worry. Watch this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, ladies.
Who's that guy? Oh, that's my State Farm agent. Can I try? Sure, go ahead.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With a hot guy.
With a sensitive side. With a dark side.
Hey, dark side, why don't you smile?
Next, we'd like to bring up the people that make this possible. Kelly Berger, Ann Avery, and Nate Crew, if you could come up and say a couple words for us, we'd appreciate that.
Good afternoon. My name is Kelly Target, and I am from the Public Affairs Department within State Farm. I want to thank Principal Vanderloop for signing up your school. I gotta say, because I was in the back end of this program, and when I can see schools register, when I saw Cascade register, I thought, who are these people? They're not gonna have a chance. I hate to say that, but you guys proved me wrong. You proved a lot of people wrong. You proved the country wrong. So thank you for your enthusiasm. I also got to thank Rick and Rex for your involvement. This takes a lot of hours, as many of you know. They were away from their families and they were with you guys, and so let's give them a big round of applause. I just want to touch on the reason State Farm created this program is because we truly care about all of our drivers, especially our young drivers. This is a happy time in your life. This is opportunity for where you just gain a little bit more freedom and the opportunity to drive. We want you to feel confident behind the wheel and know what to do with behind the wheel in scary situations, and to know to drive 2 hands on the wheel and 2 eyes on the road. So with that, there were over 3,200 schools registered, over 6.1 million commitments made nationwide. So with those numbers, and given the size of this community and the power of your community, you should feel very proud of your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Next, we're going to have a couple more commercials.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. Really? You do that for me?
Really tough person.
Who's this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Look, it's the State Farm guy.
Yeah, discount double checking.
Hans and Franz. Surprise?
Oh, we have a surprise for you. Muscles, 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 muscles.
You saved us a ton of money with the discount double checking. So now we're going to repay the favor and pump
You up.
Say what?
Pull us, you flabby loser.
Yo, take us later. Roll your boat.
Gently down, loser stream.
Doesn't that hurt?
Not with those puny arms.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's a start.
Really?
All right, let's bring up these two Buffalo monkeys here. Rex, please come on up.
Well, I'm Rick,
And I'm Rex.
and we're here to pump you up. Speaking of pumping up, didn't Hans and Franz look good there?
I thought they looked really exceptionally well, but that Aaron Rodgers looked a little puny to me. Hey, Rick, we've got a lot of people here today, and we introduced a lot of important people to the community. We have television crews, we have newspapers, but even neater than that, we have people throughout the country watching on a webcast. So our great technological people here have got that going. And so I think we need to somehow let them know if they're sitting at home on their computer, they're at work on their computer, somehow we need to let them know what it really feels like to be here at Cascade.
I'd say let's give them one more round of some Cougar Pride. Go ahead and give them. All right, before we make any announcements or reveal any checks, I do want to take, on behalf of Rex and I, Mr. Kedley, Mrs. Phillips, Mr. Vanderloot, we want to give you guys a special thank you. We also want to thank the businesses, the school, and most importantly, the students.
The amount of teamwork that was on display the last month was amazing. These are lifelong lessons you guys can take with you forever, not only about safe driving, but also knowing that when you have a team behind you and a goal in mind, there's nothing you cannot achieve. This is a nationwide program, and Rex is going to talk just a little bit as well about it, but again, one more round of applause for your teamwork.
And I do want to add a little bit, another thank you myself. Again, Mr. Kedley, I was fortunate enough to get to sit on the other side of the table with him last year in student-teacher conferences, parent-teacher conferences. And, you know, it is important that teachers and administration have such an impact on students that, you know, my daughter had Mr. Kedley last year as a teacher, and 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, she was in the car with me to head down to Cascade to help out. So, again, thanks to all the teachers and administration who do a tremendous job. But what we are here for is about safe driving, and you know, this contest is just to bring an awareness to people, and we want you to be aware of all the dangers. And Mr. Forkery, when he was watching TV about safe driving years ago, I don't think they were talking about cell phones. I don't think they had some of those distractions and iPods and all those kind of things. So we want to celebrate the great decisions you guys are making as young drivers, because I believe young drivers today are better drivers than we were, and I think they're making a lot of good choices. You just have 10 times the distractions we had back then. So keep up the good work, continue to be a good driver. You freshmen, sophomores out there, get as much time as you can with your parents in the car. Get as much driving as you can. Keep 2 hands on the wheel, 2 eyes on the road, and continue to drive safe so we all see you and graduate from Cascade High School.
We'd now like to bring up the State Farm representatives, Mr. Vanderloop, Mr. Kenley, and Mrs. Phillips, for check presentation. And Corey Rand. We'd like to remind you, top 5 schools win $100,000. Drum roll, please. On behalf of State Farm, congratulations, Cascade. You were in the top 5. Thank you, guys. I think we might have one more commercial. Is that right? One more.
A better state.
Perry here. We are so excited to announce one of the grand prize winners of State Farm Celebrate My Drive and to personally thank them for all of their commitments to safe driving. All right, drum roll please.
And the winner is all the way from Cascade, Iowa.
I'm betting we have one more cheer left in you. Again, thank you so much for your effort, for your work, for your commitment. It was quite a ride. Good job. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Our honored guests, we really appreciate you coming to help us celebrate my drive. At this time, I'd like the students to remain seated while our guests can go ahead and leave so that they're out of here before the traffic starts at the end of school.